Welcome back to Cask and Point. Today is day 17 of the New Era Bourbon Club Advent Calendar, where from December 1st through December 25th, we'll be trying 25 fun, funky, mysterious samples. We're going to give tasting notes, we're going to rate them, we're going to guess what we're having. At the end of the video, we'll find out what we had. Now, the last 3 days, we actually had a barrel strength rye flight, and I guessed that 0 out of 3 of them were ryes. I kind of had indications on yesterday's. I did a lot better on yesterday's than I did on the first two, but we still didn't end up getting it, and it was something that I have had before and I should have gotten, but it is what it is. We're going to get into day 17 here, hopefully do a little bit better. We'll try to, we're in the last third now, so hopefully, blinds are so unfamiliar to me, but hopefully, we'll improve and we'll do a little bit better. I will note, this is really light, so I'm immediately thinking we're in Scotland or Ireland. That does not look like any bourbon I've had, unless that bourbon is like a year or two old, but let's try it and find out. On the nose here, it's really grassy. There's no peat at all, so we're not an Islay, we're not a Speyside Scotch at all. Honestly, it doesn't really smell like a Highland Scotch either, because there's really no fruit on this, which is now making me think we're either in Ireland. This could be Japanese. This could be like Hibiki Harmony. I mean, look, there's a lot of grassy notes on this. There's some lavender, tons of cloves. It's a little bit minty. Overall, it tastes really grassy. I should say, it smells really grassy. It's okay. Let's find out what it is. Okay, so that's weird because that proof doesn't taste like 80. But I'm still thinking we're like an Irish whiskey here. I'm thinking I just don't know that many Irish whiskeys. Maybe this is like Redbreast 12 cask strength. Maybe that's what we're doing with this one, and that therefore it's like 110 proof. I'm thinking this is an Irish whiskey for sure. I don't like it nearly as much as Gold Spot, which is, the bottle we have here, good old Gold Spot. That was, what was it, like day 12 was Gold Spot? One of the days, like a week ago was Gold Spot, but yeah, it smells light, and it tastes pretty light, but there's a good amount of like heat kick to it, which makes me think this isn't 80 or 90 proof. I think we're closer to 100, maybe even 110, but I still think we're in Ireland. Let's take a second sip. So there's a little bit of sweetness opening up on that. Primarily a cherry note on there. And it's pretty good. And it's mixing with still a ton of lavender. And actually, as the flavor goes on, like, it's actually a good amount of maple as well. But again, like, and actually I'll say, maybe it's not cherry at all. Maybe it's just maple. I think there's a maple note on this throughout, because I don't think this is fruity. I think there's a good amount of sweetness on here in the front mid-late palate that is maple. But really what's dominating it beyond that is going to be all these grassy notes, all the meadow notes, kind of the lavender, the rose petals, stuff like that. It's okay. It's not my cup of tea. This isn't the kind of whiskey that I like to enjoy, but who knows? Maybe this is something that I, consumed like a full bottle of, and I just have absolutely no idea that this is what it is. But let's take a third sip here, or maybe this is a second sip. Second sip? Third sip? I don't know. Let's take another sip and we'll find out. Yeah, so the sweetness is increasing over time, which is interesting. But it's still not enough to make me think this is a bourbon. If this is a bourbon, it's a very young bourbon. And if it's a young bourbon, I have absolutely no idea what this could possibly be. And, we did have the Hardin's Creek 2-year-old, which honestly, this is not too far off from that. So this really could be a really young bourbon. It's really light, but it is sweet. And it's almost too sweet to be an Irish whiskey now that I'm thinking about it. I may want to lock in that it's like a 2-year, 105, 110 proof bourbon whiskey. I have no idea what that could possibly be. I'm going to go ahead and rate this a 6.6. It's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. But let's find out what we're drinking. I have no clue. Let's see. We are on day number 17 here. It could be. So we're going to guess the bourbon. Not going to surprise me at all if it's Irish whiskey. Let's find out. And there are some notes here as well. So day 17. Let's see, Broken Barrel Whiskey, Honey Smoke Reserve. Okay, so that explains the sweetness on it. So I guess maybe it wasn't maple, maybe it was a little bit more of the good old honey. Yeah, okay, I believe it. Barrel Select Liquor at the Lake 2023. So Liquor at the Lake is actually a very well-known store in South Carolina. They had a rare character KOA, KEL, and K21 trio that I'll put on your screen. And they were actually all really good. I haven't tried the K21 yet, but I tried the other two, and they're both delicious. And so that's kind of cool. It's a Liquor by the Lake pick here. What proof are we looking at? So 99% corn, 1% malted barley. Okay, 110 proof. I think we said around 110 proof there. I don't think this is old, though. Oh, this cannot be that old. I don't see an age statement on this, so maybe we'll check the notes here and see if there is one. Broken Barrel, single barrel select honey smoke, Reserva straight American whiskey finish in Broken Barrel staves. Selected by Look at the Lake, North Carolina, excuse me. Look at the Lake is North Carolina. I always thought it was South Carolina. I'm pretty sure it's South Carolina. But anyways, age 6 years, 110 proof, single barrel 1 on, blah, blah, blah. Oak Bill, 50% ex honey barrel, 50% ex Sotil barrel. So Sotil, I believe, is a kind of a wine. Or it's like its own kind of thing, actually. It's almost a kind of tequila, actually, excuse me. And I didn't know that. I don't know why I thought it was a wine. But Sotil is a distilled spirit from the Chichuana Desert. Chihuahuan. Sotal is a distilled spirit of the Chihuahuan. I've seen this word. I've never said this word aloud, but I've read this like a million times. Oh well. Desert North Mexico, Western Texas. Sourced from desert spoon plants that grow in the Chihuahuan Desert of Northern Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, and West and Central Texas. Produced in a similar method as mezcal. Yeah, so I didn't get a ton of the mezcal notes on this, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's a 6.6, so like it's good to pretty good, but like it's a well-crafted spirit. It's probably like $100. I'll put on your screen if I can figure out how much this cost. I wouldn't pay whatever it was unless it was like $30, but it's cool. It's unique, but not my cup of tea. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you all in day 18.